Welcome to the Homebody Witch. Today I'm sipping on some candy cane tea while I have been setting up my little mantelpiece for the winter solstice that's coming up. I'm just getting over a cold that's been hanging around, and it really just took all my energy away while I had it, and I really wasn't able to do anything except really lounge around while having this cold. So that made me feel at first a little behind on some of the things I wanted to do for this season, but then realized that it's all with going with the flow of what happens, and some things I weren't able to do, like I really wanted to make some St. Lucia bread for St. Lucia Day, and I brought my saffron earlier, but unfortunately wasn't able to. I was too sick that day, but that's okay because I think I'll do it maybe later in the month, and it still will be a wonderful treat to share and have at that time. And I think this year for the winter solstice, I'm going to keep it very mellow because I'm not totally over my cold yet. So I'll just do a nice meditation, and I set up my space for it, and perhaps if I can do a little bit of a walking meditation as well during the day, but I'll judge that on the day when it arrives. So I thought I'd share some of the things that I have on the mantelpiece for the upcoming winter solstice. First up, I have this garland that has paper trees cut out of it, and I think it's just really beautiful and just feels very wintry to me. I actually got it after Christmas last year, so this is the first year I've been able to put it up, and I just really like the sort of vintage feel that it has, even though it is a newer paper garland. I really love this wooden light that I have. I'm not sure if it comes up in the camera, but there's little lights inside of it, and it's just a very nature winter scene with some trees and the deer. And I have candles, but they are just battery powered candles, so that I can have them up and close to the paper garland and don't have to worry at all about there being any sort of fire hazard. On the mantelpiece itself, I also placed some greenery from outside, and these are fake pieces of holly, but the greenery is real, and that's another reason why I just wanted to use some battery powered light just to keep it really safe. So over in this corner, I have this really lovely beeswax candle that is like a Father Winter figure. And then I have my gnome out. And then I always like to have books that I use on display. So I have Moomin Midwinter out, Truman Capote's A Christmas Memory, and then this really wonderful book, A Christmas Cornucopia, that shares some of the history around some Christmas and Yuletide traditions. On this side, it continues the nature theme. I have more greenery out. Then I have my vintage deer and some woodcut little trees and a wolf. And then also some more books, which is the Little Book of Christmas. This is a really wonderful collection of Christmas and Yuletide poems. And then The Night Before Christmas by Nicolas Gogol and Louise May Alcott, a collection of Christmas scenes from her works, and Frank L. Baum's The Life and the Adventures of Santa Claus. I think I'll also put up a little altar for the winter solstice if I'm feeling okay and have the energy. But this is just how I have the vintage mantelpiece decorated for the upcoming winter solstice. So something else I wanted to share is that I have been rereading J.R.R. Tolkien's Letters from Father Christmas, and these are actual letters and original illustrations that Tolkien wrote for his children and sent to them as though he was Father Christmas, and they are just so delightful. There's a wonderful polar bear character, and it just gives you this wonderful world that Tolkien creates for Father Christmas and where he lives and how he gets presents together and delivers them. And while I was sick and also my honey buddy got really sick, one evening I was starting to feel a little better, but they were still very sick. I read some of the letters out loud, and it was just a really wonderful thing to do. So if you're looking for something to add a little magic to your December season, you may want to check this book out, and then also don't be afraid to read the letters aloud. How are you celebrating the winter solstice? Or do you more just celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate them both? Do you just celebrate the winter solstice? Let me know in the comments below. I am definitely someone who celebrates both the winter solstice and Christmas time. And hopefully I will be back again before Christmas, but if not, wishing you a wonderful holiday season, and I hope that there is some magic in your life and the ones you love. Thanks so much for spending time with Homebody Witch. Bye!